All right there. Hey guys, good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, 2020. This is day 10 of learning at home. Just a quick reminder today, when you have time, please join the CHS Troy Google Classroom Library. In order to do that, you need to have the code. The code is NRUUIPB. I also emailed that code to all of you as well. Okay. Another reminder: every day I am expecting you guys to connect with me through Google Hangouts Meet. That is every day at 11:30 a.m. You are live chatting with me live from my kitchen. I've had a really good turnout so far. I've had a consistent 9 to 10 students every session. I would like to get that number up. I know there's a few students who are still waiting for their Chromebooks. So reminder, parents, you can go today or tomorrow between 9 a.m. and noon to the school, practice social distancing, of course, while you're waiting, and pick up a Chromebook for your student from our principal, Mr. Stiles. Now, I know there's a few of you who have voiced to me that you have no transportation. That's okay. Mr. Stiles is still working on delivering Chromebooks. But reminder, he's only one man. He's the only person doing it. So patience will be really appreciated at this time. Okay. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start off today with something new. I haven't done this yet. But I figured that some of you guys might enjoy this this new portion of my morning YouTube videos. And it's a joke of the day. So I have a pretty good joke. I think you're going to like it. Why did the teddy bear say no to dessert? Because he was stuffed. Got it? Get it? Stuffed. He's stuffed animal. Okay. Anyhow. All right, so quick reminder. So my suggested daily schedule for you is 9:30 first thing in the morning is get onto your YouTube and check out my daily YouTube video for the day. The purpose of these daily YouTube videos, darlings, is to give you an idea and some direction and guidance and support as to the work I have prepared for you for each day. Okay. And of course, after you finish watching my YouTube video, I need you to go into Google Classroom because you have some ELA and some math work to complete. 11:30 is our live video chat with Mrs. Bowers on Google Hangouts Meet. Reminder, the way you can continue to access getting to this live video chat is going into your inbox in your student Gmail account and going to the email where I sent you an invitation. That invitation is going to be labeled Meeting with My Scholars. When you open up that email, there is going to be a blue underlined link that starts off something like meet.google.com/ with some letters and numbers. That's the link that you want to click, and it's going to bring you right to my smiling face every day at 11:30. And during that video chat, some things that we discuss are we're going to be talking about the answer to problem of the day. I'm doing some kind of fun, interesting, getting to know each other while we're stuck at home kind of activity. I also will take some time to review the assignments that I had assigned to you for the day. And I always open it up to any questions, comments, or concerns that my students or my families have as well. I'm here to try and support you as best as I can, although we are not near each other. I'm still going to do what I can to help you guys, okay? And then reminder, following our live video chat every day from 12 to 1 is my office hour. So what that means is I make myself readily available to you guys for an entire hour. So if you need to call me, text me, email me, that hour of the day, I'm guaranteeing you I can get back to you within a few minutes. of whatever question that you might have. Also, I'm going to keep the live video chat open for that hour as well. So if anybody does have a question, they can pop back into the video chat and talk to me that way. Yesterday, only one student chose to stay behind with me in the live video chat, and her and I did all of the math problems together. So I was there to help answer any questions she had. I read the word problem to her. We talked out together how we would solve it, and then we compared our final answers to each other. So that was really fun to do with her. Believe it or not, but I kind of miss you guys, like a little bit. Not too much, just like a little bit. I miss you guys just about a little bit. So it's always nice to see you guys and hear from you guys as well. All right, so I just went over the daily schedule with you, and now I want to talk to you about your assignments for the day today, okay? All right. So the first thing that I would suggest you begin with is Google Classroom Math. And of course, the first thing I would suggest is beginning your problem of the day. Reminder, when you go into Google Classroom for Math, there is a shared assignment by me. It's the second post, and it's the link to get you to the Google document that's called Morning Work / Problem of the Day. All right? And that problem of the day for today is: a store manager orders shirts from their warehouse. The shirts are packed into boxes and sent to the store as described below. 81 shirts are ordered. Each box holds 9 shirts. So how many boxes are needed for all of the shirts ordered? And then I have 3 prompting guiding questions for you to answer before you get to your final answer. Yesterday during our Google Hangouts meet, I shared my screen with you so you guys could all see Kamila's morning work. She did it absolutely perfectly, and I wanted to share that with you. So reminder, so if you weren't in the Google Meets yesterday, I'm going to ask you, now these questions I'm asking you about the morning work, these are the same questions I ask you in school when we go over the morning work. So I'm trying to stay consistent as possible, okay? So what's this problem even about? Is it about Mrs. Bowers catching a tan on the beach? No. This problem is about shirts being put into boxes, okay? The next question is, what information do you need to solve? So what information do you already know? Well, we know that there's 81 shirts, and we got to put them into boxes, but only 9 shirts can go into a box. And then, of course, the last question is, well, what's the answer? So tell me what your answer to the question is. Okay? That should take 3 minutes. Not even, okay? And then your next assignment, this is also posted in Google Classroom Math. This is the first post in that Google Classroom, and it's the assignment for Go Math. So today you're on page 502, and I want you doing numbers 1 through 6. So the first 2 questions have to do with dividing fractions. That's the chapter we've been working on. And then the other 4 questions are review questions. Please come to our Google Hangout meets today with questions about that. Because as I was going through the problems with Nazaya yesterday, there were a couple questions that were really like tricky, and the wording was a little confusing. So please, make sure you're looking at this work before you come to Google Hangouts meet with me. That way I can help you get through these problems, and I can help guide you and support you in whatever way that you need. And then, of course, when your morning work is done and Go Math is done, I'm going to direct you to go to Dreambox or Reflex. My suggested time is I would like to see you spend about 20 minutes in one of those apps. Okay? So that's your assignment for math today. Next assignment for ELA. Okay? So the first thing I want you to do, obviously, has been the same thing from the get-go. I want you to do 30 minutes of independent reading. That could look differently for all of you, okay? So it could look like you're reading the newspaper, or you're reading a magazine, or you're reading, an actual book from your house or one of the books that you brought home from school. Also, please do not forget, you have the opportunity and accessibility to get to your Troy virtual library. Again, reminder, go to Google Classroom. Click on the plus sign icon that says join a class. Put in that code. It'll bring you to Mrs. Barnes's Google Classroom for the library. And there's a link for the virtual library. Guys, there's tons of brand new books, really great series of books. So if you don't have anything physical to actually hold and read at home, please access the virtual library. Thank you, honey. What are you doing? You're making a mess. After you have finished those 30 minutes for independent reading, you're going to go into your daily assignments document. That's in Google Classroom for ELA. Honey, I'm almost done, okay? Hang tight. I'm almost done. Okay? Hang tight. And then in that Google assignment document for today's date, Tuesday the 31st, I'm expecting you to tell me the title, the author of whatever you read, and then give me a quick summary. Like, what was it mostly about? What parts did you read today, and why is that important to the whole story? Just a few sentences, not a whole, essay or page worth. Just give me a few sentences just to kind of make me feel a little affirmed that you are reading at home, okay? All right. Like a lot of you guys did yesterday, you had a really easy time accessing this, which is great. So also in Google Classroom for ELA, there is a slideshow that you're going to access. Go to today's date, the 31st, and the directions are for you to read/listen to a video of a story being read. It's called Mother and Daughter by Gary Soto. And when you finished listening to or watching that video, back in your daily assignment document, today's task for you is to compare and contrast this story to yesterday's story, My New Fifth Grade Teacher, which, by the way, if you did listen and read the whole story, it's really creepy. Yesterday during Google Hangouts, Patrick had asked, did you read the whole story? I said, well, I kind of just read the first half of the story. It was kind of creepy, and I just wanted to make sure that the link was going to work. I said, why? Tell me what happens. He goes, no, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You need to watch it. So Patrick, last night at 9 o'clock, after I put the baby to bed, I sat and I watched the rest and listened to the rest of the story. It gave me the heebie-jeebies, and I had a couple nightmares last night. So hopefully you guys had a similar reaction as I did, as that story was crazy. So I'm excited to see you guys comparing and contrasting that story to the new story I've assigned for you today, Mother and Daughter by Gary Soto. What else? Okay. One last thing before I send you off to doing your work for the day, I want to ask you guys to do me a really big favor. So today during our Google Hangouts meet, I thought it would be really fun if we could have an icebreaker kind of skill building activity, but based on a couple questions that I wanted to ask you guys and see what you thought. So when we get to Google Classroom, Google Hangouts meet today at 11:30, I want you to be ready to share your answers to the following two questions. The first question, I want you to pick your brain, come up with some kind of answer that you want to share with us later today. But my question is, what would peanut butter be called if it wasn't peanut butter? Think about it. Let me know at 11:30 what you think. And your second question is, if you were given any superpower, which would you choose? And of course, explain why. You know what? I've always wanted to fly. So I might say fly. Or having x-ray vision's pretty cool, being able to see through things. Or being like super fast. Or super strong. I'm going to have to think about that one. All right, so today when you come to our 11:30 Google Hangout Meet appointment, think about what your answers to these 2 questions are going to be, and I can't wait to hear your responses. All right, guys, so good luck. Reminder, if you have any questions about the assignments I'm sending your way today, please lock that up. The time is now 9:30, so I will see you guys in a couple hours. Bye!